I discovered this pot from the American Museum of Ceramic Arts collection. Just like you guys, I scrolled through and I found one that struck my eye. So I'm going to be showing you how to create values by observing and drawing this pot. To draw the pot, I have an eraser and a number 2 pencil, and that's all you need to create this drawing. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the contours that are on the pot, and those are the main inside and outside lines. I'm just going over slowly, trying to make sure my eye is seeing all the lines correctly. My eyes are just going, excuse me, my eyes are just going back and forth between the picture and the pot and trying to just draw um, accurately. And this obviously is taking me some time. It's not an assignment that I can rush through if I want to accurately show what this pot is and how it was made. I'm going to start on this side now. Drawing for me, it takes a lot of concentration. I wouldn't say it comes naturally. I had to train my eye to see and to make my hand coordinate to what my eye was seeing. And so I think with practice, I definitely got better at it. But as you can see, I'm not like super fast. And that doesn't mean that fast is necessarily better, right? If you can run fast, that's great. But drawing fast is not necessarily great. That's nice, but it doesn't mean that it's accurate or anything like that. So, and as you know, with art, everything seems to take longer than um, you anticipate. If you want to do something, if you want to make it look nice, if you really want it to shine. All right, I got a lot of lines here on this handle, so keep going around. Mm-hmm. Just kind of for this assignment, you're going to choose one pot to draw instead of two, and I really want you to take your time and draw the lines that you see, and pick a pot that is going to be interesting for you to draw. Not necessarily a pot that's easy, something that will cause you to want to pay attention to it and draw the main lines and shapes that you see. If you find this pot that I have and you want to draw that, that's fine with me. I wouldn't say you're copying me at all. It's going to be a challenge for the both of us. Okay, I have basically all the main contour lines that I see, and so now I'm going to start adding value. And you want to hold your pencil like you hold a knife. And I'm going to start here at the bottom where I see a shadow. I'm going to go back and forth and fill that in. And what I noticed with a lot of the values that were turned in last week, they were not as even as I could see in the pictures of the pots that they were copying from. So I suggested go back and go over the values again. You can always go back over those drawings to even out those values with the side of your pencil. So I'm going to start adding that value. Now there's a very dark value here on the side. So I'm going to add that. I'm just going to go over this very gently. I think there's something under my paper here. Yeah. This whole pot is going to have value. There's nothing that's going to stay white on it. I don't have any reflections on this pot, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in everything on this pot. Make everything a value. So when I'm adding value, I'm actually adding texture. And so you can see it's kind of looking more ceramic, I guess. The value hints at what it's made out of. Okay. Let me go up here and do the handle. Just lightly, just the lightest amount of pressure I could possibly give. So I'm not going to have that pencil line, okay? Because I'm holding my pencil sideways. I'm not going to have that pencil line. I'm not going to start smudging my drawing or getting like a piece of tissue and like smushing it around. I don't want you to do that. I want you to just to add value just by applying pressure with your pencil. And so you want to just go over sections again, okay, and darken in the areas that you see that could have a darker value. And you're just going to build up values in your drawing as you go. All right, let's do the handle. I know this is a very dark value here. There's a shadow that's cast from that. There's a shadow over here. What this value is doing is giving volume to the artwork, so it's going to create more of a three-dimensional drawing rather than it just being flat. If it's a flat drawing, it's because everything is one value, and then it never has any kind of form. So these pots are a great way to study this idea of creating something that has volume, that has space, that has a presence. So basically making an illusion, right? Trying to create something three-dimensional on a two-dimensional surface. And to do that, I have to make it nice and even. All right, one of the tricks that I've learned to create even darker value than what I have here is to go back and do it from a different angle. So this creates a crosshatch effect. And when you hit the paper from another angle, it picks up that graphite, and so it's going to become darker there. And this section is one of the darkest sections of my pot. The foot blends into the base of it, to where you really can't even see where the foot is. All right, so one thing I'm noticing that there is a value out here. One thing about the pictures that we're using, they have this background where it has cast shadows. So one thing you need to look for is the values around the pot, because those also will make the pot respond to its environment. So that's also part of the drawing. Okay. So once you go back, you can constantly refine and make it better as you go. Don't be afraid to erase anything that shouldn't be there. I'm just going to go lightly with the tip of my pencil there and create this darker value that I see. Let's go up here on the handle. It's darkest here in the middle of the handle. Because I drew those contour lines already, if I see something that I need to adjust, it's going to be very hard for me once I start adding all these values. So the values for me really make me committed to these shapes. So um, please make sure your contour lines are where you want them before you start adding all of these lights and darks, because I've done that before. Um, it's not a good feeling. I could spend a lot of time constantly um, refining this and making it so much more and more gradual, and that's what I'll be doing as I go along with my pencil. And I only want you to do one pot this week because I want you to spend your time and really show me the values that you can do. Okay. If I have this dark shadow in the front of my pot, that means the light is coming from behind it. I noticed this shadow too on the handle. It's also coming from this side. I'm just picking up little white areas that I see and trying to create a gradual values that I'm seeing in the picture. I mean, they don't really make sense to me because I'm just trying to draw and be as accurate as I can to the actual picture. And as I do it, hopefully it'll come together and look more and more voluminous. Okay, so that's what I have so far. Yeah, I think that's a good start. I think I'm going to step away from this drawing and then come back and look at it again and see if I see anything else. Okay? All right, guys, all the best. You can always let me know if you have any questions or you want feedback um, as you start this out yourself. Thanks for watching.